Move back to here, then hopefully you can get to the bridge. Unless they come and block you, which they might. Alright, these guys can't attack. Unfortunately, you're in the motorized, so you're going to take some hefty damage from the cavalry. That was, again, another mistake. First turn was like clockwork, and now things are kind of falling apart a bit. Bombing the artillery, I'm actually okay with that. One damage. You move back. And damn. Damn. No! Don't run that way! Wait, you attacked the other tank? Really? We survived! Alright, Operation Get This Tank Out of There is underway. So the biggest threat right now is this cavalry. And that anti-tank is a big issue. So fighter, first of all, is going to go and shoot down one of their fighters. Probably this one, because he's already on low health. Okay. You move there. You're going to have to go here. Can't fire this turn. Alright, so you can take him out. You can do a ton of damage to the cavalry. I think I want to hit the cav instead. Then either the tack bomber or the strat bomber is going to go after this cavalry. Tack bomber does 4, strat bomber does 2, so let's go with the tack. Like so. Then I think the strat bomber is going to go for you. Okay, infantry. You need to get as close as you can. Should be to here. Fire. You're going to replace. So this is you replenishing right now. Because it occurred to me, if I'd driven away with him, their bombers could still hit me and finish the job. Whereas if I replace here, then I actually stand a little bit of a better chance. Same with you. So we're just going to replenish our units. We've got very bad suppression, so they probably get a fairly free hit against us, but we can at least, like, get away. And you move up here, take the bridge, and kill that. Good. Now you lot are also going to replace. Thankfully your replenishment's pretty high. Alright, that leaves this tank. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have you drive around this way. This is a better place for infantry to be. And even though we'll take casualties fighting the recon, I'm still going to take a go. Oof. That was 2 extra damage than you promised me. Damn it, game! And with that tank, hopefully we can make a run for that. Ow. Ow. Yes! I think we made it. I think we got out of there with all of our tanks. We did. Okay. Panic over. We're alive. Time for some revenge. So first of all, this AT needs to die. Attack bomber, do your thing. Strat bomber, -2, -2. I think I need to go after the recon. Oh, hey, Midge. Oh, you actually did a ton of damage to his fuel there. So moving 1 point of space requires 1 fuel. So we've just quite dramatically cut down how far he can move. This is good. Then the Messerschmitt can... Oh, sorry, yeah, this is the Messer. Can come up to here and shoot this guy down. Or at least try. I wonder if there's anyone in there. Overrun. We had the blitz there, so he wasn't able to move after us. Then I'm going to do another replenishment, so we're up to 10 strength again. You're going to do another replenishment, so you're back up to 8. Oh, you could too. Too dangerous to go after him, I think. So we'll spend a turn just rebuilding our forces so that we can keep going. I think I am going to take the risk, yeah, okay. And that's going to allow me to shift the artillery over to here. Wehrmacht versus Polish infantry. And then the Grenadiers. Go and take this. Alright, is anyone... Or has anyone not yet moved? Yeah, one of the tanks. You can come around here and support these guys against an attack from the north. So we got the road covered, we got the north covered, and the artillery should now be relatively safe. Ish. Aircrafts all moved, tanks have all moved. You haven't. May as well just make a full move up to here. And those are my pioneers, so good to bring in the attack against the city. Good. I like it. You have 4 turns to do the mobilization. Okay, that's kind of harsh. So we failed to do the demobilization. You only have 4 turns to make it all the way from there to there. Wow. I guess resistance up here in the north is higher. That's annoying because we would have made it like shortly afterwards. Still oh no, yes, we do have some enemies there. Okay, I would say that you are pretty much dead, meaning that you're probably the biggest threat. So strat bombers actually out of range. Okay, so we have to take this airbase for our aircraft to be of more use. Strat bomber -1, -2. You go for them. Attack bomber goes for him. Perfection. Dead. Oh, yeah. You're right. I'm always curious how many people come because of the stream notification on Discord and how many come because of their phone notifications. Or who just kind of wanders by saying, huh, I wonder who's live right now. Oh, Mordred is. Okay, so it looks like there is a distinct lack of fighters around. Which was the strat bomber again? You. So let's have the fighter come over here and just support you. In fact, you can do some recon. Cool. And then the recon can recon. That's an AT, which we can do a load of damage to. We will. Boom. That's their airfield taken. So next turn we can start rebasing our aircraft over to there. That was quite a nice move, actually. Okay, so you lot basically need to just get into a position where we can go after Kalice next turn. Might have some units up there, I'm not sure. Let's go take their base from behind them and then just hit these guys from the back. Just like that, in fact. Beautiful. And you finish them off. And you come up here and just protect the forest so I know what's coming from the north, because this guy is a little bit isolated there. Then we have this tank who can come in down here. Basically bring you back into the fight, and you're saying you have move and shoot. That's not true. Okay, that's everyone. So next turn the artillery should be able to open up against Kalice and take them down. Since I have a pretty regular schedule, it's easy to know when I'm live. Yeah, that's true. It's just yesterday where I had to take an evening off to get my taxes done. It was really bad. I realised I hadn't done any of my accounting since August. So I had to spend like 5 hours just getting my accounts together before I could even start on the taxes. Ugh. And those accounts obviously aren't for this tax year, but in order to have everything straight for when I do the taxes next year, I try to keep that stuff up to date. So then I just need to look down my expenses list and my income list and be like, okay, this is what I report. Done. Keeping good records during the year makes the tax report way easier to do. Join the club, Mordred, that's what I've been doing all day. Can you join the club? I did it yesterday! Okay, I think that's everyone moved. Yes. Ooh! Polish tanks! Oh, these must be the reinforcements that come in. So because I failed to stop them mobilizing, they've come in with tanks and stuff. Is that it? Okay, not a very strong tank. Okay, so another river crossing with bad guys. I think I'd rather hit them from behind rather than going across the river. In fact, what we might even end up doing is attack Rodom, take it, and then hit the Tomajau from the back. First thing I want to do, though, is attack Bomber. You're going to rebase to there. Fighter, rebase to there. Strat Bomber, rebase. Oh, you can't. Airfield. Dirt airfield. Interesting. So apparently strat bombers cannot rebase to that. Which means that you're completely out of range to this guy. We would need to take that airfield for my strat bomber to be useful again. Okay, the more you know. I did not realise that. That definitely reduces their utility by a fair amount. Crikey. Alright, yeah, unfortunately that does mean that we're not going to be hitting this tank with any air support this turn. Kill the tank first. So now he's completely suppressed, so we should be able to just attack him. Let's do it with the Wehrmacht. Back off. Okay, so he's basically dead. You can in fact finish him off this turn. Perfect. Alright, so next turn we'll be ready to go after you. You can just continue to march up to here. Okay, so Radom also has a garrison, which are already partially suppressed. However, I think I want to take out Kalice first. So we're going to send the tank that way to deal with that. And you lot can effectively just come around here. You stay on this side. You also come around here. Okay, is there anyone that has not moved? Except for the recon. No, that's everyone. And the strap bomber, but again, out of range. Keeping paperwork in order is just good business. Exactly. Your dad's an accountant and does the taxes. Two of the closest friends, taxes accounting for a couple of churches, regular jobs, folding, cotton packaging company. Cool. Yeah, it can be definitely useful knowing accountants. Garrison suppression's probably representing them just being mobilized? Possibly. Although, like I said, I'm pretty sure the mobilization is the arrival of the tanks. Could be wrong. Ow! That's a new plane. And that's a new tank. My pioneers are in danger. We're in danger. Okay, so apparently the mobilization means they get a lot of extra troops. Bloody hell. Damn it! They killed the pioneers! Yeah, I know, I prefer just looking. Also, I just realised that that might be in the way. Not that those icons really do anything. We'll just sit the head on top of the map. There we go. Hello, focus. I can tell even in that small thing that that's not focused. Hello, focus. Okay, so, well, I would say that we probably need to buy a new unit of pioneers. Oh, the truck doesn't cost them extra. Yeah, so with the infantry general ability, I think that these guys take 3 slots, and then both of these take just 2. So already seeing the difference that makes. And you can only deploy back here. But you do have your trucks, so you should be able to join the fight relatively quickly. Alright, we need to go shoot down some planes. Namely this guy. And then I think we're going to just bombard the living daylights out of the town and take it. We'll let the 2 tanks fight each other. Might even bring this tank down because he's an anti-tank tank. You know what? I should have bombed it first. Oh, no, bomb him first. That's loads more damage. Oof. Attack bombers versus tanks is nice. Alright, you're 14 anti-tank. You are just 7. You are 10. So I think just between you two we'll be able to deal with this actually. Yoink. So we've taken the airbase, which means Strat Bomber can redeploy here. Alright, that was good. That was very good. You are going to hold out in the woods And you're going to redeploy. Oh, I see. When you redeploy, then the units that just redeployed are immediately suppressed. That does make sense. Yeah, there is another airbase here. So they're still going to be able to use some air power, but at least I can bring my strat bombers in. That's the main thing with doing that. How many turns are we at? 7 to 15. We still need to take 4 victory points. Alright. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you up to here. Revealed some artillery there as well. Tanks in the trees, not necessarily the best decision ever. Let's bring the recon around here. Oh, you've not moved. You come up one more, just go and stand there. Perfection. And these guys are for suppression. Next turn we should bring them down to like 6 or 7 suppression, I think. Ow. 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 Good. Any damage? Oh dear. It's not calculated what that did. It's still their turn. Right? Yes. Yep, we're reloading that autosave. Now watch as I lose one of my tanks. That would be so annoying. This was the end of the turn, right? Yes. So I do actually want to move you a bit closer. See, that time I think they did more damage there. There we go. Okay. Artillery bombardment. You are going to need to replenish, which you can do from there. He is now encircled. This is one thing I don't know what this means. What does this mean? Is that like where their supply is coming from or something? You also need to replenish. You guys are probably okay. Did they have any of their fighters? Yes, they do. You come up here. Shoot him. Artillery, just go ahead and bombard. Not having nearly as much effect as you were previously. But this one especially has been weakened a fair amount. We can do multiple mass attacks here. Also, don't forget about these guys. This is why you have reinforcements coming in trucks. They get to the fight way quicker. Ordinarily, they can move like 2 movement. Yes, bombers, that's true. And strat bombers do double damage against entrenched, and these guys are entrenched. I believe is what this is telling me. Base entrenchment, 4. Minus 32% damage from infantry, minus 40 from vehicles, minus 16 from bombardment. Base entrenchment is protection provided by the train itself. It cannot be reduced by any bombardment. A unit assumes base entrenchment next turn after entering the hex. Does it say anywhere? What the entrenchment is? Yeah, see, these guys are level 8 entrenchment. Minus 80% damage from vehicles, 64 from infantry. This is why you really need some entrenchment reducing units like artillery and aircraft. Well, now that I know I can't reduce you, I may as well go and just reduce them. Which it did by 2. Then attack bombers, I think I'm just going to use against these guys to do some damage. Let's lead with the infantry. Oh, they left. Sweet. Okay, so we'll move here. Then attack them. Oh, haha. And now I can't move. They may retake my strat bomber base, which would suck hard. So let's do this. You reinforced so you can't attack. You can and should. Definitely. Stick you in the middle of the road. Right, then the artillery can begin advancing. A little bit out in the open here. What range are you? 2. So my guns are bigger. Aha! I think I want to keep you in the trees, although I could move you one close. No, because then they'll be in range of the artillery. No, not moving you. You're staying where you are. That'll do. Okay. They do not like my artillery, do they? Okay, I'm going to have to reinforce them, I think. And I also reinforce these guys, but honestly the tanks should make pretty quick work of them. It's infantry out in the open with... Actually, only 2 suppression. Surprising. Oh, for Pete's sake. Fine. Alright, strat bomber. It's going to continue going after Radom. Attack bomber is going to start going after their artillery. Yeah, I will need to reinforce some units, I think. You can go and kill their infantry. No! I should have used you to kill their planes. That was stupid. You're going to have to reinforce. Now, I think I am going to do some elite reinforcing on the artillery, because I'm intending to rely fairly heavily on the artillery.